Okay, so this is by far the most stylish, adaptable and melting build I have played. We have a buffed AR of 1222, we have 2 different weapons with awesome unique weapon skills, we can two-hand, power stance, and we can change our talismans easily for several optimal variations. I'm melting my way through the game and I'm doing it in style. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Ember Fang. Now, this build is a little different. We have 3 ways to play, and that's what makes it so great. Okay, let's start with the gear and look at some variations. If you could leave me a like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Thanks. We have the Bloodhound's Fang plus 10, and we have Morgott's Cursed Sword plus 10. Thanks to patch 109, great curved swords have been buffed, and so has Cursed Blood Slice on Morgott's Cursed Sword. And then we also have a Dragon Communion Seal plus 10 for our buffs. Unbuffed, we have an AR of 831 when two-handing already. This will jump to over 1200 when buffed. To break the numbers on this build, we have the White Mask boosting attack when bleed is in effect, the Raptor's Black Feathers increasing jump attacks, then we have 2 pieces of the Royal Remain set for some auto danger healing at 18% health and below. In the talisman slots, we can actually swap out the talismans depending on how we're playing. So first I have Lord of Blood's Exaltation working with the White Mask to increase attack power when bleed kicks in. We have the Shard of Alexander boosting our 2 awesome unique weapon skills. And then depending on how you're playing, you can switch up the next 2 talismans as follows. If two-handing Morgott's Sword for Cursed Blood Slice, I like to have the Green Turtle Talisman boosting our stamina recovery, and then the Carrion Filigreed Crest, lowering the FP cost of the weapon skill. If I am power stancing the 2 curved swords, I like to add the Claw Talisman to get the power stance jump attacks boosted further. These are great as they hit twice. Then if I'm two-handing the Bloodhound's Fang, I like to switch in the Axe Talisman to boost our charged heavy attacks. We'll look at combat in a moment. In the Flask of Wondrous Physic, I like to have the Faith Not Crystal Tear boosting our faith, more on this in a moment, and the Green Burst Crystal Tear helping speed up our stamina recovery. When it comes to incantations, we have Bloodflame Blade, Golden Vow, and Flame Grant Me Strength. Right, let's look at the stats so this starts to make a little more sense. I have started with the Wretch class. The complexity with this build is that these 2 particular great curved swords are spread across Dexterity, Strength, and Arcane. And because we are going to use Bloodflame on the Bloodhound's Fang, you can argue that Faith is involved as well. So let's go through this. First I have Vigour at 50, I have Mind at 19. This is a little more than we need to buff up with 1 FP bar, but I found that on New Game Plus my FP was running out a little fast on the skills. This helps us get over the hump. Endurance is at 20, Strength is at 46, Dexterity is at 59, Intelligence we don't touch, Faith is at 15. This is so we can use Flame Grant Me Strength, and then with the Faith Not Crystal tier in the Physic, we can boost our Faith to 25, so we can buff with Golden Vow and boost our damage with Bloodflame Blade a little more when we're using it. And finally we have Arcane at a whopping 60. This is going to really power up our Morgott's Cursed Sword. So let's have a look at the awesome variations in combat that we have. First up, you can two-hand Morgott's Curved Sword. This has been buffed twice thanks to patch 109. The unique skill Cursed Blood Slice devastates enemies. It's applying bleed, fire, and is great at breaking poise. So I like to use the Carrion Filigreed Crest to lower the FP cost, just spam it. Our second option is to power stance both the Morgott's Cursed Sword and the Bloodhound's Fang. With this, we have awesome L1 jump attacks, which we can boost with the Raptor's Feathers and the Claw Talisman. You can buff the Bloodhound's Fang with Bloodflame Blade, and use Bloodhound's Finesse to wreck bosses. This is great. Our third option is to two-hand the Bloodhound's Fang. You can now switch out the Carrion Filigreed Crest for the Axe Talisman. So you now have jump attacks powered up and charge attacks powered up. And of course, you can apply Bloodflame Blade and slaughter in style with Bloodhound's Finesse. That's what I love most about this build, guys. It's 3 quite different options with the same 2 swords, and it allows you to adapt better to different enemies and bosses. Honestly, I flew through the game and New Game Plus with this build. It's just wrecking. Now, before we see some bosses falling victim to the Emberfang build, I just want to say that this build was built on one of my live streams, so come and join us on Wednesdays and Sundays, and you can join and follow me on Discord, Twitch, and TikTok. Links in the description. Right, let's fight some bosses uninterrupted. So, there you have it guys, the Ember Fang. Let me know in the comments what you think, what would you do differently, and what is your favourite build. All the best guys, see you in the next one, cheers.